In this section C of step 4, we're going to look at what are those required elements for the homepage, both for Seven Oaks and for the high school. If you're looking for grades 1 through 6 or Hamilton Creek and Lacombe, you're going to want to look at for section B or part B of this video. And if you're going to need one for kindergarten, that's part A. So just find the appropriate video and watch that one. But let's go ahead and get started. So I want you to open up a couple different pages, and on this particular one, I'm just going to show you what's required. I'll show you how to edit it in another video, but I want you to go ahead and open up this third template here that says Seven Oaks and High School. And all I'm doing is I'm holding Command and then clicking, or Control if you're on a Mac or on a PC or Chromebook. And then go ahead and open the buttons and banners page as well, as we'll glance at those. Okay, so what are the main elements? The first thing is that you need a banner, and that banner needs to be specific to your subject with your name. So for example, Mrs. Cleveland and social studies. Okay, so social studies with Mrs. Cleveland, science with Mr. Bramer. All the templates that I have put on here have a place for a teacher image already built in, and you're going to be able to edit these. These are just the banners. You just click here, it's going to take you out, and I'll teach you how to do that in another video. But if you don't include your picture here, you really need to have your picture somewhere else on the homepage. But I just suggest that you include it on your banner. It's going to make it'll make it a lot easier than trying to get it to fit in the flow of the text. The next is the buttons. Okay, now these are the 5 required buttons, and they are in the order that they are required. And the reason why they are that order in those names is that as an admin team, the decision was made that these are going to be those common elements that that students are going to use the most. When you're choosing buttons, you may add more buttons. You really shouldn't have more than 5 or so per line, so you could have an additional line. You can even have a set of buttons at the bottom. For example, like go to the school website, or email your teacher, or common course documents, something like that. But these should be the things that they do most often. So the start here would take them out to the modules. Okay, go to Zoom. Obviously, it's going to take them to the Zoom link. This is the only design where it says calendar. All the other designs actually say assignment calendar. And what that is it's the actual calendar. And I'll just open this up to show you. It's the calendar view inside of Canvas. We want this to be something that the students use. And so they have the week, month, or agenda. Yes, it's over here in the global navigation, but by having it here on the homepage, it's reinforcing that this is a tool that they should be using and can be using. Course overview, that's basically what your syllabus is, or what we would generally call a syllabus. The reason it's not called syllabus here is that syllabus is an actual function. It's a homepage function usually for Canvas, okay? And it will actually list out all the assignments that are built within the system. And so we want to just keep those ideas separate, that there is an actual syllabus function. So we'll use the term course overview, but they mean the same thing. So that would lead you to a page that shows them what are the main things that they're going to be learning in your course. And then a get help page. This is how they would get help, whether it's this is how you email your teacher. This is how you get technical help if you want to link to some specific tutorials that you think would be helpful for them to complete your course, maybe some Canvas guides or something like that, if you're going to use like how do you do an assignment, that kind of thing regularly. Okay, so we got the banner at the top, we got the buttons. Notice that the buttons are above the text, and again, the reason why is that this is a menu, and this is the thing that they're going to use the most often. After that first week, they're not going to pay attention to the other things, and so you want to have those main elements at the top. Following the buttons, you should have a welcome message. This should be just what I would call an elevator speech. Okay, so if you got in an elevator with somebody and you had to tell them about your class in 90 seconds, what would you do? This is a written version of that. Okay, these are the 3 elements, 1, 2, 3, that have to be on your homepage. And But we're going to strongly suggest a fourth element, and that's a welcome video. The welcome video is, I think, one of those key tools that will help bridge the gap between you and your students, especially when they may not have had you as a teacher before. And we don't have any clue of how long we'll be distance learning. And so being able to introduce you in a way that isn't that first Zoom meeting, they see your face, they see how you talk, your presence. This could be as simple as like using Loom like I'm doing and doing a talking head video. And you can actually click in Loom and you can make it full screen, hello, and big picture or whatever. If you wanted to like, hey, do you could even do like a Google slide or PowerPoint presentation or whatnot. Or you can go full on. I've seen some of yours that you actually created like a trailer for your class. You get extra credit for that. And so strongly suggested. Tip though, I wouldn't record this directly in Canvas using that. Record it outside of Canvas, for example, using Loom or another piece of software. Upload it to YouTube, and you can leave it as unlisted so that you can embed it here. You don't have to have it be a public image. And we'll talk more about how to do videos in another video. But the last thing I just want to point out is that you do have a bunch of different buttons available to start with, and each one of these can be edited. And again, we'll go over that in another video. Thanks.